background. Sorry. Like I said, normally the music shuts off when I switch over, but I'm doing all of this with the A10 Mini. So everything, the live stream, everything is going through the A10 Mini right now. I can't pull up the stuff like I normally would with chat. So let me do a pop out of here. And I can do it full screen. I put it right in front of me so I can see. So real quick, Lorenzo, hello. Oh, Tear Streaming, hello. Sydney, hello. Deborah, hello. Mike Jones, hello. Legit Doctorate, hello. Griff Bros, hello. ILC Online, hello. Living the Blessed Life, hello. And Caleb Francis, hello. So y'all are the ones here. So we're going to go with what we got. Like I said, I'm going to try and answer a bunch of questions that y'all have, as well as a bunch of questions that people have been emailing me, but I haven't had a chance to answer. So let me set my email up so that I can see what everybody's talking about. The song, Lorenzo, hey, Henry. Bien Amy, good friend, okay. Lorenzo, that song was a song by ScottHolmesMusic.com, which is actually the song I grabbed from here. That's the hold music, countdown music that I use for the live stream that's here at my church. So that's what that was. I needed some type of music going on. There's no copyright since all my stuff is on my computer. Let's see. T. Hodge, hello. Alan Ballard, hello from Michigan. Hey, one of my friends from college is in Michigan. Works as a programmer at University of Michigan, or Michigan State, whichever one. Antonio, what's up? Need to turn the bells on. Darnell, what's up? What's up? Sean. Let me jump to Sean's question real quick. Do I know of any place where the A10 Mini Pro is? Honestly, no, I don't. Everywhere that I had, I did have a point of contact, but they pretty much sold out just like everybody else. Honestly, what I've done is I just register with every company that sells it, and I have myself put on a notification to be emailed once they get it. And unfortunately, it's kind of a first come, first serve. I'm getting ready to do an install for a church in Suffolk where I ordered one, and I actually ordered it a month ago, and it just came in the other day. So it's kind of the luck of the draw. I actually ordered that one right when I got the email saying that they were in stock, but by the time I ordered it, all of them had sold out. So thankfully, I just happened to catch the next shipment. I was in the very first of the very next shipment. So, and that was Adorama. So Adorama, BH Photo, you kind of like the luck of the draw, unfortunately. Just register with everything just to get a notification, and then you just got to be really quick on the trigger to try and get one. Streets of Destiny, hello from Phoenix, Arizona. From Southwest Michigan, living a blessed life. Cool. Kirk Allen, hello. Caleb, is A10 Mini Pro streaming better or A10 Mini plus OBS? I have a video that I'm working on about that. And I'll get to that. I just haven't had a chance to, I've recorded something and I haven't had a chance to make that into a video. So I will be answering that question later, Caleb. But honestly, OBS, using a secondary computer is always going to give you more flexibility than just the A10 by itself. But I'll just leave it at that for right now. Alan, what's the best way to present PowerPoint in OBS? Is it only to be used in read-only mode? I don't understand that part, but let's go ahead and dissect that real quick. So if I cut over here to the computer, let me put my picture up. So this is my presentation computer here at church. And we got OBS here. Honestly, the best way, and I don't have this plugged in at all. I'm going directly over the network here, so I can actually undo all of this. What I'm going to do is right now, I already did a screen capture. I have 3 monitors who are hooked up right now. The one that's right here in front of me with all y'all's comments that y'all can't see. The screen that you're seeing right now is the second monitor that y'all can see. And then the third one is the one that's going into the ATEM, which is a clone of what y'all are seeing right now. So 3 monitors, but 2 of them are showing the exact same thing. So I have this set inside of here to do a capture of monitor number 2. That's why you're seeing this stuff go on into infinity. This is the easiest way to do PowerPoint. So for example, let me bring up PowerPoint here. I'm gonna move this off of the screen, and now I have PowerPoint on here. So I don't know, say it's a statement of faith, something like that. It just happened to be here. So I would have this here, and in PowerPoint, any presentation software, you really want to output that to a second monitor so that somebody else is watching it and they can navigate it. So in here, if I now drag this over to my screen and activate it, it's going to be outputted on my second screen. Now, if I show this here for a second, as you can see, once I start to bring over OBS, you can see, you know, it's capturing everything that's on the screen. This is honestly the easiest way to do this, to broadcast all that stuff. All right. So hopefully that answered your question. Again, display capture. Window capture has been problematic for a bunch of people. I plan on doing the Zoom with OBS breakdown, a more detailed video. I was going to plan on doing that today until this whole tooth thing happened, kind of messed my plans up. So I'm going to work on that. So let me minimize this so I can see my comments. So, Alan Ballard, hopefully that answered your question. Rodney McKenzie, hey, thanks for the assistance. I tried the NDI Studio monitor connection and got it to work. Thanks again. Hey, you're welcome. James Johnson, our church started parking lot service, unable to stream outside using OBS and church's Wi-Fi on a laptop. Any ideas? I honestly, and let me switch back over here. Honestly, when I go to high school games, when I'm kind of in the same type of situation, when I need to stream, I just have my phone in tether mode. That's what I have used. A hotspot. Again, it's all dependent on the quality that you have and the type of upload speed that you get. But I've done tons of football games, basketball games off of my phone. So try that if you haven't done that. You could connect your computer over USB to your computer, hook it up as in tether mode, and then on your computer it will show up like it's a modem or a network connection. Kirk, can you use a cell phone as a camera with OBS? Yes, you can. I actually bought this app and I haven't had a chance to do it. On the iPhone, there is an app called OBS Cam where it will show up on your Mac or when any program that's running OBS. You download a plugin and it will show up, and you can use your iPhone or your iPad as a camera over a cable, not NDI, so you'll get way better performance that way. I've been meaning to do a review of that. I just haven't had a chance because I really don't know where my iPad is. I think my daughter had it. I don't know where she did with it, but yes, you can. Sean, thanks. Mooka hate angry humans. Hello, I'm doing great. Caleb, you're welcome. DeGimmer, thanks for the live stream. You're welcome. Ace Redemo, sorry if I'm pronouncing y'all's names wrong. How do you show who reacted to your live stream with animation? What you're talking about is Streamlabs. That is Streamlabs OBS is built on OBS, but it's a separate thing, and you can do triggers or alerts that will trigger when people like something, when somebody do a donation, everything like that. I've been meaning to get into that. I just haven't. Look for something in the future about that, or you could just look up anybody on YouTube about that, but that is actually done with Streamlabs OBS, and I will think about doing something like that later. Alan, perfect. I was doing a window capture. Yep, you're welcome. Larry Robinson, hey AJ, with OBS, how can you do a fly-in text overlays? If the pastor says something that is not in his outline, I'd like to type it out and present it in the stream as a text overlay. Larry, what I would do with that is I would make a text line inside of OBS. So let's go back over here to OBS real quick. Let me turn this screen capture off. And I'm getting ready to sneeze, so I'm just preparing y'all right now. I can feel it coming on. Hopefully my tooth won't come out. That's what happened last time. All right, so we're here And what I would do if you want to have that type of on the fly type of thing, actually, let me open up ProPresenter and I'll just show you what I do here at my church. But if you're trying to do it in OBS, and I guess, let me ask you this, Larry, are you running any form of presentation software in any way, shape, or form? Because honestly, that would be easier. But what I'm gonna show you in OBS is easy as well too. I just think if you're using presentation software, it would be easier just to do it that way. Let me minimize this. And I see some of y'all are laughing at what I'm talking about. So anyway, Larry, what I would do is I would come in here and I would make a new text layer. Call it whatever you want, format it the way you want. You need to make sure you format it the way you really want it to be, the size and all this other stuff. You can put graphics, all this other stuff like that. So let's just say we're doing this. Now I'm gonna open up Notepad and I'll just call this, I'll save it on my desktop and I'll call it dynamic text, something like that, right? And I'll say, this is a test also. Let's save that. So now inside of this text layer that we just did, let's double click on this and I want to read from a file. I'll check that off. Now let's pick the file, dynamic text. And as you see, it pulls from the text file. And there we go. So now let's come over here. Let's do both of these on the same screen so you can see it. And then I will say, let's change this text to, we are 1,100 away from 20,000 subs. Let's save it. And boom, there you go. Now you got to be careful. Like what I would normally do is have this take the entire width of the bottom part. And I think you can change the settings to where you don't want it to change or something like that. So text transform, I think it's a positioning type of setting that you can do in here. Alignment, no. I forgot which one it is, but I mean, honestly, if you were trying to do something on the fly like that, I would do this. Now you could always add filters on here. And I think this is the one that I was talking about. You could do scrolling to where if it's over the limit or something like that in size, it can actually just keep going. And did I not turn it on? Hold on, filters, scrolling, yes. Oh, my text isn't long enough, that's why. So you can limit the height so it won't change the size and all this other stuff like that. Let's do 300. Oh, that's too much. 250, something like that. And then you can also limit the width so that it would take up that entire length, and that's 1920. Well, actually, I did it more than that. I don't know. So you can just play with the numbers, but the whole idea is the fact that I have it set, no matter what text I change on the fly, it will always fit within the confines of what you're doing. So again, that was off the top of my head. So yes, it wasn't perfect, but that will get you what you're trying to do. Let's see. T Hodge, with the A10 Mini Pro, can you just use that for streaming and presenting PC to do scriptures and so forth? Yes, because that's what I'm doing right now. Oh, I know what I meant to do. I didn't cut back over and show you what I would do at my church. What I do here is we're using ProPresenter, and what I have here are sermon titles to where it's just a title. We just come in here and it's already presenting. I just come in here and just edit it and just put it up. That's what I do at my church. And then at the same way, I have name titles that I've made for everybody, but I have a generic one that I can always come in here and change somebody. I just come in here and just right click, make a copy, duplicate it, and then rename it. That's what I do. Because my whole mindset is everything that you have in your media ministry has a purpose. So in other words, I don't want the audio doing something else. I don't want the live streaming system doing something else. I don't want the presentation doing something else. I want each piece to do its own individual thing. So if I'm presenting, I do the presenting on the presentation system. That's just me. Living a blessed life. How do I output a separate feed from the ATEM to the church projector, but I want to still use the multi-view on another monitor, if that makes sense? All right, so if you're living the blessed life, if you want to do that, what you're going to need to do is introduce something like a it doesn't have to be a super powerful system, but you need to be running something like OBS or something like that. And the reason I say that is the HDMI out is what's going to give you your multi-view. The USB out, as of right now, does not offer the multi-view option. So like I have it right now. If I can move this camera. So right now, I am using the multi-view HDMI out on this monitor so I can see. But what y'all are seeing is because it's coming directly from the ATEM. Now, I could hook up a USB cable and I could run the USB into, hopefully this doesn't break anything. Let's just do it. Oh, I can't do it because I'm using the USB to record. So let's go ahead and stop the recording real quick. Stop. Let's unplug this and I'm gonna hook up my USB to this computer. Who's calling me? I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb. How about we do that? All right, put on silent. All right, so now I'm connected over USB. So let's cut back over here. And now, because I'm connected over USB, obviously y'all are seeing me. I'm still seeing my multi-view because I'm using the USB out. What I would do is have some type of computer running, and then I would capture the ATEM Mini, and then this computer, I would do the full screen. If I'm just right clicking on here and pick whatever monitor you want, and I'm actually doing that on the wrong monitor, I would just come in here and then do a full screen there, and that's why it's going on to infinity like that. I would use the USB out into some other, it doesn't have to be very powerful, into another system which has the display outs, and then that's what I would hook up to a projector, TV, whatever, if you wanted to maintain what you're trying to do. So that's it. Now, and before I move on, let me make a statement real quick. First off, I appreciate the fact that everybody sends me messages. I really do. And I would hope to let y'all know that I'm sharing with y'all what out of necessity we had to do here at church. Do I have a degree in audio engineering and sound stuff and this and all this other stuff, building computers? No, I do not. But I've been building computers for over 20 years. So honestly, I feel my experience in that field dwarfs me having a piece of paper. That's just me. Now, I say all that to say that at no point in time do I tell you something that I haven't done myself. Granted, this is a lot of stuff I've done, I figured out myself that might not be right, but it's working for what I'm doing. So I'm sharing it from that standpoint. So I really appreciate when y'all are sending me, professionals in this field are telling me in the nicest of ways, being sarcastic, in the nicest of ways, that I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm not doing this professionally. You're right, I'm not doing it professionally because I haven't been professionally trained to do sound systems and all this other stuff. All I know is I was at a church, my pastor was like, we need to be able to do this. Like a lot of churches, budget has been an issue and we just had to figure it out. So I'm sharing with y'all what I figured out. When other people tell me better ways to do stuff, and in a nice way, you know, I appreciate that because I don't know everything. I just want to share with y'all what I figured out and I'm still learning. So that's the nicest way of me saying that. So please don't beat me up, like, because I'm not a super professional and all this other stuff. I just want to share with y'all ways that have worked with my church that has been happy and has helped a lot of other people. So there you go. Let me jump over to a bunch of questions I missed while I did my rant. So hold on, let's see. What was the app name? OBS camera. It's Caleb. It was OBS camera plugin. That's what it was. So let me just look it up here. And here we go. It is OBS camera plugin. And this is the one that I bought that I've already used. I just haven't had a chance. And again, it works on Mac and Windows. Currently, I don't think it works with Linux. But this is what I've gotten, and it works great. All right. So let's go to the next one. No, not running presentation software. Okay, Larry. So if you're not, that text thing will actually work for you. Like you can put like a background image for just a static image for a lower third, and then align your text with that graphic, and changing it with your text file like that will work great for you. Just put in the restrictions of where the text can and can't go, and it won't resize and move all over the place, then you should be good. Streamlabs OBS is free. Streets of Destiny. But I can use Google Slides or PowerPoint. Larry Robinson. Yes, you can. Either one will work. They both act the exact same way. Sunny S. How do I project my live feed to a separate projector with audio? Honestly, if you do it like I don't know if you missed the part where I was just talking about using OBS with a secondary computer. When you're outputting this over USB to another computer, video and audio is going that way. So if you project it from OBS to another screen, video and audio will carry over that cable as well too, as long as you are outputting the audio that way. In other words, like inside of OBS, if I come over here and let's bring up OBS and let's turn this off. So if I come in here, and as you can see, we have desktop audio. If you come out here to advanced and say that you also want to monitor and output, then you'll be able to hear it on the other side if you did that. That's how you would do that. And the doctor just called me, and I just completely just ghosted them. So I have to call them back. Hopefully that answered your question. Sunny S. Sam, AJ, did you do a video on how to use Zoom and OBS? Could you use Google Meet the same way with Zoom? Yes, I have done a video, Sam, on Zoom. I'm actually going to do a more detailed one because a lot of people have been having issues with it. It's something going on with window capture and display capture. I'm going to do that. Google Meet, when that came out, I've been meaning to get into that. So in theory, yes, because you're capturing whatever is on the desktop, on your display. So yes, in theory, it will work. But I'll work on something like that as well, too, for you. Arnd Gronberg, I'm assuming that's German. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can do right-click and select Edit Transform too. Yes, that's correct. Larry, yep, you're welcome. Victor, I don't even want to pronounce the first name because I know I'll do it wrong. Please, how do I grab live output of Easy Worship to vMix all on the same system using NDI? Victor, if you're on the same system, you don't need NDI to do it. You would just have to do this as another screen. Now, but if you only have one screen, and if you're using the version of Easy Worship that outputs the NDI, I mean, technically, all you have to do inside of vMix, and I don't have vMix on this system. Why don't we just download it then? All right, so we'll come back to that. I'm downloading vMix right now. Download. All right, so we'll let that download, and I'll get back to that. Let me highlight this one for Victor, and let's set up at a notepad so that I will remember to do that. All right, KCA 741979, trying to improve audio on my system. How would I get my streaming computer to recognize my Allen and Heath QU24 mixer? Honestly, what output do you have? Honestly, what I would think the easiest way to do is get like a Scarlett Solo or a Scarlett 2i2, run XLR out, into that and let that convert over to USB, and the USB will connect to your computer. That's honestly the easiest way to do that. But let me know what outputs you're using right now from your Allen and Heath mixer. Darnell, using the same text, you can create a scrolling text that will continue, for example, the church. Exactly. That's what I was trying to go into, Darnell. I've done that with other churches as well, too. So you can have multiple layers of text, one that you can change or another one that repeats the information, just like you said. Stacy, how do I fix the delay of feed on live? Stacy, what delay are you talking about? Are you talking about delay that the video and audio is out of sync, or the delay as in it's behind what's happening live? Because if it's that number 2, that's always going to happen, because it takes time. Like right now, what I'm recording right now, and I have another computer that's over here that I'm monitoring just to make sure the stream is going through fine. It's 10 seconds to 20 seconds behind. That's because it has to take everything I'm doing into the ATEM mini or your streaming computer, send it up to the internet, go to YouTube, then YouTube processes it, and then it sends it back down to y'all. That's never going to be one-to-one. I don't care how fast your internet is, it's never going to be that. Even live TV is not like that. Live TV is behind. It's not really live. That's how they're able to stop when crazy stuff happens. So let me know which one of those delays you're talking about. Daquan, is ProPresenter better than Worship Extreme? ProPresenter is more established, and it has more features than Worship Extreme. I'll put it that way. But I would say if I had known about Worship Extreme before, because we were originally using Easy Worship, the old version, I forgot what version it is, and they actually discontinued support for it. So which kind of forced us to go to the other one. But that other one was in beta and it was broken like crazy. So that's why we didn't do it. So we moved to ProPresenter because that's what everybody else was talking about. If I had known about Worship Extreme, I would have done that and never did ProPresenter. That's just being honest with you. So I would say ProPresenter is better in its feature set, but I think if I was going to start fresh, I would have just gone to Worship Extreme, me honestly. Just because a lot of the features that are in ProPresenter we don't use here. All right, T-Hires, the streaming PC that you just built, can we use that for a presentation PC, or is that overkill? Technically, it's more than enough power. It's more than powerful enough to do that. I just don't, because I like everything being separated, because if something goes down, everything goes down. That's my only issue. And I should have put it on Do Not Disturb. I really should have. And I'm going to do that right now. And I will check that. My phone's going off. Let's see where I left off. Okay. Living the best life. Okay, let me make sure I'm not off. Where can I get Windows 10 for a cheap price? Fameboy, please look under my videos. I won't do it now. Look under my videos on how to get Windows 10. I have a video for that. All right. Monumental Baptist Church. I saw someone doing text overlays using Proclaim and a Blackmagic ATEM. Wanted to see if it was possible to do using the Roland Proclaim overlays. Technically, yes, you can. I actually was working with a church out in Sacramento, California that has a Roland 1 VHD. And yes, you can. I just don't know it off the top of my head because I only had access to the Roland when I was remoting in with them. I know it is possible. I'll just put it that way. It is. Because I think they do like some type of chroma key in as well too, and that's really what you're doing. Mike Jones, what would be the best setup to stream live from church? I've been using Facebook Live and pre-recording using my iPad. I'm ready to use OBS, but I want the right hardware. What would you suggest? Mike, check out, hold on, let me do this. And I need to actually update this because some new hardware came out. But this is, every live streaming system that I've done has always been these parts as a bare minimum. You can always go more than this, but The Ryzen 3 3200G has been a great processor. That's what I used here for years. And then I've recently updated just because I got a better processor for cheap. That's the only reason why. But the 3200G has a CPU and GPU built into it, more than enough to handle your live stream. That's what I've been using on almost all of my videos for the last year and a half. It's been a similar type of setup like this. This motherboard is soon to be replaced with the B550s, which I believe came out today or something like that. Power really isn't big of an issue. Hard drive really isn't that big of an issue because it's not really using that. But I mean, the NVMe drives are so cheap, I'll go with that. 16 gigs of memory, don't go anything less than 16. This is the capture card of choice that I use, the Blackmagic Decklink Mini Recorder 4K. And it has HDMI in and SDI in. And then I have a secondary drive just for recording if I want to, but this is more than enough to do your live stream. And this is actually what the system I just built for a church that I'm installing later this week. If you want to go down the OBS route, this is the system. You can always go more than that. Like if you, like, I think Living the Best Blessed Life was asking, is this overkill? What I would do with this, and I've done this, I would change this processor out to the Ryzen 5 3400G or a Ryzen 5 1600AF or something like that, and a dedicated graphics card, and now you have more than enough horsepower to do both. That's your choice. That is what I would do. All right, so where do I leave off at? All right, Otis, what's going on, man? Can you use A10 Mini with OBS? Yes, you can, because if I cut back over here and we do this, oh, wait a minute. If we do this, that's what I'm doing. I'm using it right now. I'm streaming directly from the A10 Mini Pro, but I am using OBS at the same time. So cool. So yes, you can. And that's Enoch Daniel. So yes. Pastor Michael English, I appreciate it. You said what I've done is greatly help your church. Hey, that's the whole point of it. Thank you, thank you. Fame Boy, I just answered that question. Please don't post it again. All right. There are ways to get Windows for cheaper. I have a video showing that very same thing. How about this? How about I just post a link to the video? Give me a second to look that up. But besides that, I hope everybody's having a great day. All right, so please check the link for the video talking about how to get Windows. So please do not post that in this chat again. A person who does it better than one who criticizes your doer. Hey, I appreciate it. Like I said, I don't want to, as you know, I don't hide the fact that I'm a Christian. I'm kind of different than most Christians have, meaning that I don't care your sexual orientation. I don't care what your belief is. I feel that we're called to love one another. Do I agree with what you're doing? No, I don't agree, but there's a bunch of people that don't agree with what I'm doing. So I believe this is a motto I heard a long time ago, and I stick with it. When you sit back and look at all the problems that you have in your own life, that is a lifelong endeavor to get fixed. So if it's going to take me a lifetime to get myself straight, I don't have enough time to critique everybody else. So that's kind of where I am. I just want to love on people and help them as best as I can. And I share what my beliefs are. And then I let the word convict them, not me convict them. That's where I stand at. So like I said, I don't know everything. I am open to people teaching me new stuff. It's just how you say it is what gets me. And I try not to come off condescending or anything. I just want to help y'all as much as I possibly can. But kind of making a quick turn, I try and help y'all as much as I possibly can, but when I get emails, people expecting or demanding me to do stuff, that's when I immediately say, hey, I don't mind helping you, but I don't have to. When it comes to, or when I have people send me emails and they throw their title at me as if I'm supposed to like worship their title and cut everything to help them, no, I don't do that either. I will help anybody. I don't care what your title is. If people want help, I try and help. When you're rude, then I choose not to help you after that point. So I'll leave that alone. All right. Monte Weaver, hopefully I pronounced your name right. If the professionals are paying attention to you, you're definitely doing something right. Hey, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. There's more than one way to do something, so thank you, thank you. I knew it. I've been wanting to go to Germany. My dad was in the Army, and he passed in 2003, and he always talked about when he was stationed over there. I haven't had a chance to go to Germany, but I really would like to. Honestly, I want to go tour Auschwitz and stuff like that. I want to see all that stuff. It's really cool and it's powerful, just to see what the human spirit can overcome when a lot of evil is allowed to persist. I really like that. Can we use ATEM Mini's processing in OBS? Enoch, what do you mean by its processing? All right, and with that note, I am now going to have to put somebody on timeout because of the same message that keeps going on over and over again. All right, Otis. We use Easy Worship 7 secondary monitor via NDI. We also use vMix data sources and input windows. Okay, cool. So yeah, so I haven't messed with the new Easy Worship. So yeah, if it has a built-in NDI function, then it's straightforward. And I was going to do vMix and all this other stuff, but I don't have Easy Worship, so I can't go to that part. So send me an email. If honestly, please don't, I got to be careful when I put this out here. Go to questions@ajhomes.com. If you have a question and you want me specifically to do a video, please send it there. That doesn't guarantee that I'm going to do it, but that's just honestly an easier way for me to track what y'all are looking for. So again, questions@AJayhomes, AJayholmes.com. All right. Yesterday, I had to use Google Remote Desktop to run OBS from home. Thanks for the video. I'm looking forward. Awesome, Antonio. Yeah, I use that all the time. Especially it helps instead of me driving 2 hours to help my mom when she's removed stuff in Microsoft Word. I remote in that way instead of having to drive. It has saved a lot. Let's see. Is your webcam at 60 frames a second? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I skipped something. Yes, Peter, yes, you can play live instruments in live worship. That's what I did yesterday and been doing it since this whole COVID stuff going. If your music is live with musicians, they can't copyright your interpretation of playing an instrument. And I've been meaning to get into this whole music copyright stuff, but I need somebody that's well more qualified to do that. So I'm going to try and hunt down a lawyer and maybe we can have a video and talk about that. Lady Unique, yes, well said. We are all called to love. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Steve Zimmer, thanks for your videos and what you do for God's people. You're welcome. Griff Bros, is your webcam 60 frames a second? I'm actually using a camcorder and I have the ATEM Mini Pro set to push out at 60 frames a second. I really appreciate it. Appreciate it, y'all. I really appreciate all the love. Y'all, if y'all looked at my video when I went 10,000 and you saw some man sweat coming from my eyes, I really do appreciate the stuff, because if you try to do anything that's different, you have a whole lot more people trying to beat you down and tell you that you're stupid, compared. So for some of y'all that don't know the story, when I woke up at 1:30 in the morning and God told me to give up music and teach my people media, you don't know how many people said, AJ, you're crazy. And the results that y'all see are me being thankful for what God told me to do, and I'm doing it. So I'm not preaching, but I'm just telling you that is my story. That is my testimony. That's why what is happening is happening. So anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get back to answering some questions for y'all. AJ John, can we have a main projector display as well as lower thirds from Worship Extreme? I know we can configure the looks and present it. Yes, currently Worship Extreme cannot do two separate main displays. It's only one display or a stage display. Hopefully they will add something like that later, but currently no, you can't do that. Would you tell me how you have your GoPro hooked up? How I have my GoPro hooked up is I don't. My GoPro is in the trash. My GoPro, the version that I have has been giving me problems. It was a Hero 4 or a Hero 5. I just never got it working with it, so I just don't use it. I use regular camcorders for what I'm doing on here. Now, some other people said they've actually used some of the newer models, and if they turned off image stabilization, it works great with the ATEM. Because what was happening, I was having a variable frame rate that kept changing. Now, I don't have it here in front of me, but I have actually, let me unplug it real quick. What I used to make this work flawlessly was this ATEM up, down, cross HD converter, which will convert any frame rate that's going into a stable frame rate that what I want. When I use this, I had no issue with my GoPro, but I gave this to my church and we actually are using this to scale up our computer to something more stable. That was my workaround to get something done. So I'm gonna set this back so I don't run back and forth. That's when I hooked my GoPro into that, then it was perfect because this fixed, no matter what frame rate came in, this box pushed it to a stable frame rate. But this is $150 and I mean, this thing is, two of these is almost about the size as the ATEM Mini Pro. So I don't want to be carrying this around. Let's see. So that was Benny. Okay, Hensley Lewis, God bless you. This is from Netherlands. Hello, I'm having a problem right now. Can you help me, please? When you are live streaming via Facebook, our live stream drops out and we don't know why. I need a little bit more info on that. When you're saying it's dropping out, if you're using, like, what are you using the live stream with? Are you going through a program like OBS? Are you going directly to Facebook? I need a little bit more details on that so I can help you with that. David Judkins, yo, what's up? Caleb, thanks from India. It's next day here. We are using church influenced by your videos a lot, and we're streaming better now. Looking for more upgrades. We'll always tune in. Hey, I appreciate it, Caleb, man. Thank you very much. Mike Donnery, hello from Vancouver. Have you played with the ATEM Mini Pro DVE Zoom feature? No, I have not. I have not played with that one yet. Let's see if we can play with it because I'm using it right now. Let's bring up the software over here so y'all can see it. So Blackmagic came up with a bunch of new features that added some more stuff. So I'm using the DVE right now to do this picture-in-picture, which is an upstream keyer. And where did they place it? Maybe I need to look at the videos like I did last time instead of me trying to mess with all this stuff. That's rotation. Maybe I can't do it while I'm using it. Let's turn it off. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with that one a little bit more because I don't know what that is, and I don't want to try and fumble through here trying to figure it out. So I will make a mental note to do that one. But back to Victor, your question, and I think Otis kind of said that if you're using NDI and you're using vMix and Easy Worship, and the Easy Worship has the version with outputting to NDI, it should just be adding another source under vMix, and then it should be straightforward. But let me know. I know a bunch of people have asked me to do some more videos with vMix, and I just honestly haven't had the chance to sit down and do that. But I will work on a series of vMix for y'all. Deborah, I purchased your OBS bundle when I first got started with OBS. Will you be offering more bundles or a new bundle? I mean, I guess technically, Deborah, I could. I guess the bundle that I did was kind of just a skeleton shell of what I think almost any church can use, and it can get y'all started without having to reinvent the wheel. I mean, I'm all open to making different type of bundles and things like that for y'all. I just need to know what y'all want. Because again, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste y'all's time. So if y'all want something specifically, I can work on that. So just, let me know. And I can help whatever direction that y'all want. All right, Enoch, my MacBook Air shows overloaded when I'm using only webcam. Yeah, honestly, Enoch, I've worked with so many churches that have the MacBook Air, and I'm just going to call it what it is. That the MacBook Air is not up to task to run your live stream. It really isn't. You would have to drop your frame rate so much to where it's not really even noticeable. So, I mean, this is just to the point where certain hardware just can't handle the live stream. I had one church, I think that same one I was talking about from Sacramento, California. They were using a MacBook Air, and they were using a Roland VHD1. We got them on I built them a ASRock A300, a small system with that Ryzen 3 3200G, and their live stream is night and day difference in performance. So it's really a hardware thing, it really is. And honestly, the MacBook Air is not up to task for your live stream. Peter Wagner. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. David Jenkins. I've been getting copyright claims on our service for using tracks behind our worship. Can I dispute those? David, you can only dispute those. And I actually just recently did a dispute. I meant to save the email. Oh, it's on my computer that I don't have. I get disputes as well, too. And I recently fought that. It was actually on my 10,000 video subscribe where I got hit with a copyright strike. A claim on music, which honestly the music was no copyrights. I don't know how that worked. There's a lot of con artists out here that lay claim to stuff that they really don't own. Honestly, when you're doing tracks, I got hit with a track saying that you didn't own the rights to the music, but I bought the song from Audio Jungle, which gave me a license for that song. So let's see if we can jump over here real quick. All right, so this is Video Hive, which is also a part of Envato. And I'm gonna see, let's go to my downloads. And I'm gonna select audio. All right, so like this song right here. When I buy this song, it comes with a license so that when they come in and say, oh, you don't have the rights for this, I come in and dispute it and I paste the text of the license. And then they have to immediately let it go because I have the rights to use the song because I purchased a license. That's the whole problem when you get into music. If you don't have a license like that, honestly, you really don't have a leg to stand on. I can fight a lot of stuff if we get hit because we'll play and we have a band that plays everything live. Even when our praise dancers do, we don't broadcast that. But at the end of the praise dance, or if they let us know, we play the music live. And they can't copyright that. So that's another way we've got around it. But if you don't own the rights to the song or you don't have permissions, you will always get that stuff. So if you're buying tracks, see if they're offering a license for you to use it during a live stream. If you do, copy the license, dispute it, and paste it inside of that, and then you should be fine. Let's see. Steve Zimmerman. I'd like to use MediaShout 6 or 7, but only have one display. Can I attach a projector and not let people in the building see it, but send it to OBS? Steve, yes, you can. But at that point, what I would do is, and I think it's HDMI server adapter. There was an adapter. Yeah, here it is. It was an adapter somebody actually told me about. So you can get something like this dummy HDMI plug. I'm assuming, I don't know what type of monitor, computer that you have, but you can plug this into like your Windows computer or any type of computer, and it will show up as a monitor, even though there's not one physically there. You need most of these presentation systems to think it's two monitors, and then it will give you the output, which NDI can capture and all this other stuff. That I think would actually work for you. And just look up HDMI dummy plug, and that's pretty much all you need. And that's for anybody who's running something and you've only have one monitor, but your presentation system needs a second monitor, something like that. And that's like two of them for less than $10. That would work great for you. Enoch, hence I asked whether we can use ATEM's processing in OBS. Yeah, if you're using Enoch, if you're using the ATEM Mini Pro, it is handling everything. If you need, it depends on what you need OBS for. Because like right now, I'm not using OBS in any way, shape, or form, and everything is being done through the ATEM directly. I just need to know what you're trying to do that you need OBS for. Because if you're using the ATEM Mini Pro, yes, the engine will handle the live stream perfectly. You don't have to worry about there's no overload for that. But I need to know what features are in OBS that you need, because that will determine the direction with that. Ruel Payaga, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. You've been a major help during this period. Your stuff has helped. Countdown time. Hey, thank you. I'm glad it's helped. Facebook muted us because the praise team was singing a song. Yeah, Antonio, but if Facebook muted you, were y'all playing a track in the background, or was it a band? Because that could be something different. Caleb, thank you. Thank you. Lady Unique, Henry, bien aimé. As a sole media director, our church has been streaming to Facebook for years. Now I'm ready to step up and take our church to the next level. What is my next step to do? Well, it depends, Henry. My whole point in my whole mission with media ministry is sharing the message, leveraging technology in every way, any capacity that you possibly can. Now, I guess my whole thing is, what is that mission of what you want to do? Is that the whole goal? You know, I can do a bunch of stuff like that. I mean, I guess my whole thing is, and I say this as well, and I'm trying to work on this as well, that we need to get to the point where we're just not live streaming Sunday. When you're on Facebook, just like I'm doing right now, or YouTube or whatever, this is your own television network. Think about it. What TV station that you watch only has one show that only comes on Sunday? Taking your church, your live stream to the next level is having something more than just Sunday. Having syndications, having videos, having other stuff, you know, that can go out throughout the day, throughout the week. That's the next step, I honestly would think. And again, I'm not doing that either at my church. But that is, I think, the very next step, is to literally have so much information going on to where you're engaging people. That's what I would think. Dude, gals, I bought a Canon camcorder, but I can't seem to be able to get it connected to my laptop. Should I get an interface? Yes, DeWald, you need some form of capture device. Especially if it's a camcorder. Some of the new Canon cameras are working to where you can come over USB into the computer. I haven't heard them doing that with a camcorder yet. You need some type of capture device. Like right now, I'm using the ATEM Mini that can act as a capture device, and it comes connected to your computer over USB. Any of the Elgato capture devices, you need something to convert that HDMI into something your computer can understand. Sin 1618, I've been watching some of your videos, which have been helpful. What do you think about PTZ optics? They're great cameras. Spring Creek Baptist Church, a church I recently helped, that I rebuilt them a live streaming computer because they were using a Mac. They use a PTZ optics. Great camera. Whoever set it up wrong, but they're great cameras. I personally like Aida imaging. Honestly, I got into Aida imaging because of the price. But honestly, PTZ optics are great. I like the fact that they come with software that you can control the camera with an Xbox controller. So they're really cool. Kellen White, Behringer X32 thoughts. How do I get ProPresenter into A10 Mini? I have a video talking about that where I did a full walkthrough of setting up an A10 Mini for a church. The Behringer X32, I think is great. I actually just bought one for a church that I'm going to be installing at my hometown in the next couple of weeks. And it's the actual Behringer X32 compact, or no, producer. That's what I'm going to be installing. So this is going to be my foray into a full sound system, stuff like that. And I'm actually going to bring, for those people who are talking about it, I'm actually going to bring a professional with me, or he's going to be training me, who actually does this professionally. So I'm excited about that. Give me an opportunity to learn some new stuff as well too. The Canon HF R805. Yeah, 806, excuse me. Yeah, you still need some form of capture device to capture that in. All right, so we got Peter again. Sir, can we auto-tune the worship leader voice before uploading the video to YouTube? Yeah, but that's done through something separate. Like you're talking about like a Studio One or Pro Logic or something like that, which I do not do. Thank you, Mark. Deborah, the bundle was great, a real lifesaver. Thank you. I'm glad it helps. Hensley, we don't have A10 Mini. We use a Roland VR3 and OBS to stream or the Facebook PC to an Intel Core Duo with 2 something gigahertz. We finally got the budget to upgrading. Thanks for the specs. You're welcome. David Judkins, thanks, man. We're purchasing through Multitracks, so I have a license number for them. Cool. Yeah, if you submit that, then you should be good. In the dispute, if you go through it, it asks you a couple of questions, and it'll say that you have a license. Then you can do it that way. And I'm sorry, hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. That was my doctor calling. I had to reschedule an appointment. All right, so let's see. Where did I leave off? Okay, Hensley. I think that the problem is that we use Zoom, I guess, because we have members in Belgium and in France, and I thought that the upload and download to Facebook and Zoom could it down. Okay, I don't understand that. I'm gonna have to go back over that, Hensley. Lady Unique, I have the Stream Deck XL. Does this work with OBS? Yes, it does, because that's the exact same one that I upgraded to maybe about a month ago for mine. So yeah, they all work the exact same way. Sunny S, can I connect the HDMI out from my streaming PC to a 1x4 HDMI extender over Cat6 to all the TVs in the church? Will that work for both video and audio? Yes, it will work, because that's exactly what I'm getting ready to do for a church down in Suffolk, and I've done that before. So yes, it will work. I actually used the Ori 1x4 HDMI extender over Cat6, and yes, it works great. Caleb, will this stream available in this channel is late? Yes, it will. Yeah, go to sleep, man. Go to sleep. It'll be up here so you can watch it anytime. Just told my wife that and realized every TV show puts out videos only once a week, regardless. It was a solid. Yeah, exactly. What is the schedule for this session? Weekly or monthly? Honestly, I try to do this weekly, but a lot of stuff has been happening. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Honestly, the MacBook, let's go over there because I've had a lot of people, Enoch. Let's go over that real quick. And let's go to the Mac store and let's go ahead. And you're asking specifically on what MacBook. So let's go over here and let's just start with the MacBook 13. Let's see. And we're going to go through the specs just to see exactly what we need. Let's go to the specs. Let's look for a processor, quad core at 1.4. That's slow. 2 gigahertz. That's still slow. We're mainly looking for graphics, and none of these will work. We need something faster for our graphics. So let's go back. Let's go to the 16. All right, so this i7 would be good. I wouldn't go anything lower than that. And we're looking for our graphics. All right, so we're using like a dedicated graphics, like a Radeon, something like that. This is great. So this one right here would be a good MacBook Pro, the 16-inch would be a good one for live streaming because it has the horsepower to do it as well as a dedicated graphics card. Alrighty. Let's see. We're going to be shutting this down here in a little bit. What is the best way to play recorded media on the A10 Mini Pro? Thinking about connecting HDMI output from a laptop to one of the inputs and the other method. What you just suggested is what I would do. I would just have a HDMI out from your computer or whatever that you're playing, plugged into an input and just play it through a media player. That's the easiest, cleanest way. And just have the computer set, like I started here. I have the audio on this computer set to the A10 Mini, so it's broadcasting over HDMI to it. That's what I would do. J Brooks 12 Web, having an issue with the A10 Mini and OBS. OBS sees the Blackmagic as a device, but there's no image, just a black screen. All right, in OBS, when you're connecting it, do not connect it using the Blackmagic item. Connect it over the video capture. So like, and this is going to go on to infinity here for a second. Let me turn this off. So in here, see, I could add a Blackmagic device, but that's only because I have an internal card inside of here. You don't want to use that. What you want to do is actually do a video capture device, and it's just going to show up like it's a webcam. That's the one that you want to add, not the Blackmagic one up here. So hopefully that helps you there. Hound Dog, are you or anyone else on this chat aware of any PTZ cameras that are acceptable quality and control that are somewhat between 400 and 600? Honestly, I'm not aware of something like that. I mean, I'm thinking maybe the Logitech brand, but they're going over USB. You might look into something like that. Lady Unique, I have a question. I have a HD60S capture card. Have you heard of it having issues? No, I have not. I have not. What issues are you talking about? One issue could be that you're not connected over USB 3.0. That can give you some issues. Well, that's about it. Worship stream video feed. Any updates on that if it can live stream? No, currently cannot live stream. Paola Zia Jazz, if I pronounce your name wrong, sorry. No, it doesn't live stream yet. ProPresenter does. I've been meaning to get into that to test that out. But no, Worship Extreme doesn't. But honestly, I think it's going to get there pretty soon. Kellen White, what video do you talk about the ATEM and the ATEM and ProPresenter? All right, let's check out the channel and I will let you know. Let's cut over here. As you can see, we are live. It is the ATEM Mini Pro Complete Church Setup. That is the one, and I'll put that there in the chat, that I go through everything. Sound, setting up, connecting everything, cameras, computer, everything. All right, I'm gonna be wrapping up soon because I haven't eaten anything at all today. So all I can have is soup because of this teeth, that is. Hampton, Virginia, yes. Where's that? You talking about Hampton, Virginia? What's that? Hampton University? Oh yeah, HIU. I was in the marching force. The band director is Thomas, and I was in band with him when I was down there. Although I now live in Tulsa. Okay. Tez Maniac77. I have been annexed over the past year of watching your videos. That another Virginia has been called to exactly myself. I mean, awesome, man. Awesome. I saw your review on Worship Extreme and I use it too, but wonder if you had more info about the video feed functionality. Yeah, I did this one little video of the video functionality, I think last week. Yeah. No, 2 weeks ago, Worship Extreme Video Feed Queue. Yeah, I did that 2 weeks ago and tested it out. It's really cool, but I said in that video, I think it's missing the fact that it can't do live streaming. And it's this video right here where I went over that, and I'm in the same place. Freshly shaved, which I need to shave some more. But yeah, but it goes over that, and I talk about that in there. But again, I think that's what's missing, is it doesn't finish the whole thing of live streaming. Let me see. Thank you. T. Lawson, 1611. I'm still waiting for Blackmagic Mini Pro. They're still out of stock. What are the other options for your switcher? Honestly, compared to the A10 Mini Pro, they messed everybody up. There are no other options with all the features that are there at that price range. The only other thing is the A10 Mini and then maybe a powerful laptop. And that would get you cheaper than that. But I mean, honestly, Blackmagic messed up everybody when they came out with the A10 Mini Pro. Keep staying on it, because once you get it, don't get out of line. Sooner or later, it's going to make its way to you. Honestly, don't pay any more than what it costs. I mean, it's crazy. Don't spend any money more than what it costs to get it, because you'll get one eventually. Thank you, Sonny. I'm glad everything is helping y'all. Louis Marlene, you have a question. I don't know. Did I miss your comment? If you did, please put it back down here again. Tim, is there a way I can use cameras out inside the church, non-HD, to an Elgato capture card and or OBS for streaming? Right now, we are using... yeah, you can. The Elgato will take in whatever signal. If it doesn't, you might have to get something else that can do non-HD. So I haven't really plugged in a non-HD into one of these capture cards. I did one for my mom's church, but that one specifically was an Intensity Pro, which could do lower resolution all the way up to 4K. So I can't really answer that. Hey, no problem, man. I got you. Tim, when I'm using OBS Link on a Mac, sometimes the blue screen pops up that says searching for a signal. How do you get rid of that? That's the, are you connected over USB 3? Let me know about that. Paul Singletary, hey, okay, cool. Thank you, Paul, for that. Yeah, Hensley, yeah, email me at questions@ajayhomes.com. That's honestly the best way to reach me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down now, because I can feel I'm hungry. I'll just put it that way. So thank y'all so much for joining with me. I'm going to do some more breakout videos. Again, if there are anything specifically that you want me to go over, please email them to me at questions@ajayhomes.com. I will get to them as best as I can. So please, if I don't respond to you, please do not send me a same email 24 hours later. I get over 250 emails a day, and I'm working my way through them. So patience, folks, and we'll get back to you. So thank y'all so much for joining me, and I will catch y'all on the next video. Y'all stay blessed, and we'll see y'all later. Oh, yes, questions. Let me put it here in the comments right here. All right, again, thank y'all, folks. Y'all have a great day.